Okay. Hello, I am Fletcher from Pennywise, and you are watching Toasted. Please do not change the channel. Are you on the computer? Are you on the TV? I don't know. They didn't tell me. Don't change the channel. Don't press any buttons on the keyboard. Stay focused right here. Please do not leave. Goodbye.
Could you please introduce yourself?
I am Fletcher, guitar player for Pennywise. Is that right?
This is Pennywise, right?
Yes, and I am Fletcher.
Okay.
But I could have just said, I'm Fletcher.
Okay, thanks. Hey, how are you today?
I am, let's see, tired, broke, not so hungry because I just ate most of my salami sandwich, but then I was interrupted with the interview.
It looks delicious.
That's pretty good, you know, salami, bread, the staple of life. Yeah, and ready to play because I stayed up too late at the casino and lost all my money, so that's how I am today.
Where was that casino?
It's about 50 meters away from here and about 50 meters from the hotel. Casino, Amsterdam Casino, I think it's called. Gets me every time, but it's pretty fun. Texas Hold'em with all the local guys that play every day. They like it when I come because I give them all my money, and then I invite them to the show. So. Yeah, I don't like money. I hate it. So I grew up with only a little bit of money. You know, my family wasn't rich and worked hard for my money every day doing construction. And by Friday, I would get my paycheck. By Monday, it would be gone, whether it was drinking, gambling, you know, whatever, just buying a car on Friday and crashing it on Saturday and, you know, waking up broke on Monday. And then going back to work, borrowing money for food all week long. So
it sounds punk.
I mean, money to me is a big problem in the world. Communism would be perfect if it worked, but no one's ever going to be equally happy. You know, different people care about different things, and some people care about having a nice Mercedes-Benz and a fucking house with 500 rooms in it in the middle of fucking 50 acres, right? What do you need 500 rooms for? You know, what do you need? So what everybody needs and what everybody wants are two different things. And so for me, I need very little. I just need some salami with some mustard and some bread.
Oh man, it looks delicious.
I don't need the fancy dinner, right? Just to survive. So money, I don't care about it. So it's not really about control. I could take it all away right now and have nothing and still be happy. So to me, it's just more about having fun, and playing poker's fun.
So many hopeless lives have been forgotten. Defeated once too often.
Pennywise played at the Lowlands festival. I believe it was Sunday. How did that gig go?
I think it went really good. No one destroyed the stage.
Like the last time.
Security guards didn't want to kill us after the show, and we didn't need a police escort to leave. So I think all in all, it was a pretty successful show. The first time around, you know, there were some problems. They could blame it on us. We could blame it on them. Security wasn't really doing their job, in my opinion. And it's not the fault of Lowlands Festival. It was just one guy letting people fall on the ground, and I mentioned something to him, and he, you know, told me to fuck off, and this started an argument, and then he talked to his other guys, and they just left. They left the stage wide open, and the kids, we didn't tell the kids to come up. They came up, so obviously stuff got broken, and we got banned for life, I think. But, you know, the promoters were nice enough to, after 9 years, let us back on, and, you know, of course, if anything goes wrong, they're taking our money. We're not getting paid and blah, blah, blah. I think they actually might have held our passports, but no one told us. All of a sudden it was, we need to make copies of your passports. And then it was like, oh, why only the band's passports? But You know,
Just something to find resolution. A down by greater force. In the search we find no solutions. A dream of revolution. Like the fun we're part of the problem. Just tell me what is
You experienced the punk rock explosion of the mid '90s. How do you look back at that period with bands like NoFX and Green Day? I mean, they're still around, but back then the scene was really exploding.
I don't know. It was an interesting time because we grew up in the 1980s listening to punk rock, you know, and the scene was very underground, very you know, dangerous and not cool at all. You know, if you were part of the punk rock scene, you were a rebel, you were getting beat up, you were having all these problems, and a lot of the bands broke up, and that's why one of the reasons why Pennywise was formed, because we wanted to make, you know, keep making punk rock music, but there was no labels, no clubs, you know, it was hard. Epitaph came around again, and for us to be part of that, it kind of went by really fast. You know, we weren't recognizing that it was going to be successful. We were just doing it for fun. I remember Mr. Brett from Epitaph said, "Yeah, you guys could probably sell 2,000 or 3,000 records." We were like, "What? 2,000 or 3,000? Wow, insane!" Awesome. Yeah, you know. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, 3 years later, it was like, "You guys sold 100,000 or something." And we're like, "What?" You know, it's crazy. And we had a big party, and yeah, I mean, it went by fast, and I don't think we really realized that, and not to sound like egotistical or like we were, you know, responsible for punk rock coming back, but I mean, Epitaph Records, you know, NoFX, Rancid, Pennywise, Down by Law, Bad Religion,
Everybody was on it.
Yeah, I mean, like that, I think personally that Suffer, Bad Religion's album Suffer, like gave people a new faith in punk rock, and this got the ball rolling, and when we first started touring on our first album, there wasn't a lot of punk bands, there wasn't a lot of punk labels, and then, you know, 12, 14 years later, everywhere, punk bands, labels, thousands, everybody we know is in a punk band. So those days were really cool, but they went by too fast, I think. You know, we weren't realizing how it was growing, and then all of a sudden one day we just said, "What? You know, what is going on here?" Like, every person we know is in a band, and everybody wants to come on tour with Pennywise, everybody wants to go on tour with NoFX, and everybody sounds like NoFX, everybody sounds like Pennywise, Bad Religion, whatever, which, looking back, wow, that's really cool. We had a big influence. I mean, not just us, but all those bands had a big influence on a lot of the bands today, and we didn't even know it was happening.
If I listen to you like this, I'm getting the impression that you will never stop Pennywise, right?
No, never. You know, I mean, I was thinking about it last night. As a matter of fact, it came to me because, you know, Jason died, our bass player, very important part, and we thought about stopping, but it's like, that's what Pennywise is about, moving on. No matter what the obstacle is in your life, you get over it, and you fucking move on past it. And we kept going, and I never really thought, what if I died? Because I should be dead like 1,000 times already with the shit I do, for sure. And I was thinking, man, you know, if I die, I want Pennywise to go on for sure. Find a replacement, you know, for me, for sure. Because it's not about, Pennywise is not about me or Jason or Jimmy or Byron. It's about the music, the lyrics, most important, and the fans. And that connection, you know, it has to stay going. It's almost like, you know, it's a way of life. It's not even about, you know, Pennywise. It's bigger than that. It's a huge energy now at this point, and it needs to continue on forever.
You're writing your memoirs right now?
No, but they've been telling me to for 10 years, so I just figure by the time I do it, there's going to be so many stories. I'll have like 15 books lined up one after another. That'll be my retirement.
Well, you could try it. Get yourself a ghostwriter or something.
I write it myself.
I'm applying already, but
I have 10 offers already. But
shit.
I thought about it, you know, because like I've done some stupid shit, like, you know, taking my own poo shit. What do you call it?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
And like I have like these characters, double strong men, which is a really stupid name, but that's when I just pick people up and fucking throw them around, beat them up, just for fun. I mean, not punching, but just like a superhero, you know, throwing people into walls, like the crew members when they get mad, just pick them up, and because they're small. And then there's Vomit Man, and Vomit Man likes to pick up other, like if he sees a
Do you want to hear this?
yeah, if you see like a puddle of puke, right?
Yeah.
Like on the street, then I just pick it up and I throw it at whoever I'm with, you know? I mean, of course we're drinking and it's like, whoa, Vomit Man, and they're just like, ah, and you get other people's vomit on them. And then there's Poo Poo Man, who fucking takes poo and fucking rubs it in people's faces and shit like that, which is really bad.
Makes me think of Mr. Hanky from South Park.
Yeah, man.
You've done that.
Oh yeah, Poo Poo Man, yeah, ask anybody.
Oh, you are one sick man.
And one time in the hotel room, everyone was lined up waiting for showers, you know, after the show.
Oh, you
and
shit.
I shit, and I on the mirror in big letters I wrote "Poo Poo Man" like really big, and I fucking put shit all over the bathroom. And then Randy, the bass player, goes in and goes,
No.
"You fucking sick fucker! I fucking hate you!" Like he's not kidding around. He's like, "You fucking something wrong with you," and he leaves. And I'm of course laughing, dying of laughter. You know, it's because it's hilarious. And so, you know, I'm thinking about like writing the book, and of course I have to have a chapter about this.
Yeah.
But what will my relatives think, and the people that don't really know me? You know, my aunt's reading the book. Fucking Poo Poo Man, what is this shit? And the shit that I've done. You know, like maybe taking the brush out of the toilet in the bathroom and brushing my teeth with it, the toilet brush, you know. I don't think they're going to understand this shit. Do you?
No, I don't think so. Just say that you're sick and then it will be fine. We'll be legitimate.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a pretty interesting book, but it's going to be hard for me to write.
What's the title? What's the title?
I don't know. The Adventures of Poo Poo Man.
When will you fall?